Hello my doves, welcome back to Afrodite by Olympia. Today's video we're going to be doing a question and answer session with an amazing makeup artist. We have Aliesha from
High Maintenance Beauty Bar.
Yay! Guys, go check out her Instagram. You will find some amazing inspirational looks there today. So I asked you guys on my Instagram to ask us any question that you would want to know from a makeup artist, and I've brought Aliesha in to help me answer those questions. So if you want to see some answers to some amazing makeup questions, because you guys did really well, I suggest you keep watching.
On the top, drop that, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, you lay back in the cut, what's up,
Okay guys, welcome back to Afrodite by Olympia. My name is Olympia and this is Aliesha, and I do videos here on YouTube about beauty and makeup available in Australia for deeper skin tones. This time though, however, we're doing some Q&As for all skin tones and for everybody really. I know some of my watchers will be like, Ollie, you're black, I'm white, like, what do I do with you? I'm like, just watch, it's fine, it's entertainment. Exactly. So I'm bringing you guys a Q&A. We have some questions. I will put them up on the screen so you know what we're talking about, but yes. So we're just gonna just jump right into it. So the first question we've got here is, what made you decide to do makeup professionally and who influenced you? So, do you want to start this one off?
The first person who kind of influenced me and kind of got me into it to like play around with makeup or even buy makeup was Shiny Grumman. Have you heard of her?
Oh, yes.
So she started when she was a baby teenager. Like she just jumped straight into it, and I've just always watched her since I was about 13. And yeah, she kind of got me into it. Then I went and got my makeup done by a family friend, Katie. She did my graduation makeup, and I was talking to her about makeup, and she's like, you know what, you sound like you really love makeup. You should come in and practice with me, and like I can teach you a few things. And so I went to her house and we did I did a look on her, and she was like, look, you're really talented. If you put some time into this, you can go really far.
She had a mentor. That's awesome.
So she kind of like trained me up. Like she gave me tips and tricks. I started doing clients with her. And yeah, I kind of just started from there when I was 17.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Yeah,
that's lovely.
She was an awesome mentor, and
there are good people in the world.
Yeah, there are.
That's what I take from that.
There's not many, but there are.
There are. My story is a little bit, I don't want to say long-winded, but living in Australia, having deep skin, it has always been a struggle. And if you're deep skin and you're in Australia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Even if you're not in Australia, I find deep skin is just kind of overlooked. So when I started wearing makeup when I was 17, I would say. I went and got my makeup done at David Jones, and it was at the Laura Mercier counter, and she made me look so ashy. Like no clue. Let me tell you, no clue. Like she was panicky. And like, I was just like, what even is this? Like, my skin is not something to be intimidated by. Like, it's really quite simple. And even at the time, I wasn't confident enough to like tell her, oh, you need this, you need that. And then I started looking at makeup schools because I was like, maybe I should really, study it. And I met the lovely ladies at Face Agency. I know you're watching, Laura. I know you're watching, sweetie. I know you are. They incorporated Dark Skin Week because I had mentioned the fact that a lot of makeup artists don't know dark skin. And I don't know why, because there are a lot of dark skin Australians. I mean, the original custodians of the land are darker than I am. Come on now. At the end of the day. Like, seriously. Like... So yeah, I would makeup model, and I did that for like 3-4 years, and I would learn from them during those sessions. Like, it would be like a 4-week dark skin thing, and I would come in, I would be their model, and they would give me products, like makeup artist products, as payment and for my time and tips and tricks. And that's how it really cemented my love of makeup, was watching it being done from a makeup artist perspective as opposed to a YouTuber perspective, which I feel is very different.
It is.
Very, very different. And yeah, so that's how I got into makeup. Then I got into YouTube. And then from YouTube, I kind of fell into doing makeup artistry and others. Because people are always like, oh my God, I really love your looks. Can you do that on me? And I'll be like, sure.
You can try.
Are you sure you want me to, like, are you sure though? But yeah, and I haven't ever looked back. So I'm doing it full time now, which is amazing, I must say. And I must add, I'm sorry, I told you it's going to be long-winded. But I then kind of fell into working with designer brands. So the lovely team at Designer Brands Cosmetics here in Australia, they're based in Melbourne. I helped them create some deep skin shades for their foundation line that's currently out at the moment. So the 24-hour Longwear and their Luminous foundation. So the three deepest shades, I helped create those shades. And we're working on other products with DB currently as well. So
exciting.
Yeah. So I'm kind of more into like the whole just making Australia more aware, industry I should say, more aware that there are dark skinned Australians here. Like we are here, we're not invisible. Like I want to go to Priceline and see dark skin on them shelves. I don't want to see too much beige like everywhere. Like, come on, variety is life.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I felt. I told you it was long-winded. Wow.
And here we are.
I know, right? I told you.
No.
Okay, next question.
They want to know.
They do want to know. We've got this question from Makeup by Lola Joe. I'm seeing so many makeup artists using brushes and wands that come from concealers, lip glosses, mascara, etc. What's the deal? Is there a sanitary step I'm missing? Because as far as I'm concerned, disposable are better. Totally agree. I think what she's talking about, I mean, I forgot to ask her, like, to get clarification, but I think it's because on Instagram, I see a lot of videos, they're using the wand, from the concealer under the eye, like, straight onto the skin, which is, I mean...
dirty.
Yeah, that creeps me out, like, just
it
thinking about it.
Is,
it, like, makes my skin crawl.
Number one thing is to not use the same applicator or brush or mascara wand on multiple clients.
Needs to be disposable, one use only. Disposable is definitely the way. So any makeup artist or aspiring makeup artist who's seeing this, please use disposable items. You can get disposable applicator wands, just like the ones that come in concealer bottles. You can use them also for your lips as well as, you know, applying concealer. You can get mascara ones as well, like these, like that are disposable one use as well. These work for mascara just as well as normal wands.
And also brows.
Yes.
So I use this as the brow first, and then later I dip it in the mascara, and then you're not using double the amount. You're using the same one for the same one client.
That's a good trick. I like that.
And you're done.
Yeah.
Or like concealer. I grab the applicator, put it on the back of my hand, or put it on my palette, like I have a...
Looks like something similar to this.
Yeah, pop it on your palette, and then you can use a brush, but once you're done, you just clean it off, and then I just use rubbing alcohol to clean my brushes in between clients, and then you're good to go for the next client. You don't have to use disposables for like lips or concealer. Like you can use a brush, you just need to be sanitary.
Yeah. The rubbing alcohol is really good because it like dries really quickly because the alcohol just dissipates through the air really, really quickly.
I just use this icicle.
Oh, where do you get that from?
You can just get it from chemists, Woolies.
Nice.
Really easy to find. Squat it on a towel and you just rub your brush over it, and then rub your brush over the towel where it's dry, and you're good to go for your next client. Yeah. Super duper quick, super easy to do, and it's really sanitary.
Generally, I just have so many brushes that I just use new brushes for every single client. And then I'll wash them later. But yeah, that's what I do in between. I prefer just to use a beauty blender, like a beauty sponge for like concealer and whatnot. Like Aliesha said, transferring onto a palette and then just using a sponge to apply it. Because then I know that sponge, I can use it for foundation as well. And it's just one tool and it's not like lots of tools basically. So that's another trick too. But yeah, I've seen it on Instagram a lot and it's very confusing. Like I don't get it. Like I don't understand.
Not cool.
Why they're doing it that way. I feel like maybe we should be like, I don't want to say like putting them on blast, but maybe we should be commenting in the comments on those videos like, why are you using, like ask the person, like why are you doing that? Maybe they're not realizing that what they're doing is not necessarily right? Or it could just be their daughter and they're only doing makeup on something that they know and it's their product.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what is going on exactly, like, behind the scenes. Like, for example, I've done makeup on other people and they've brought in their own products and I've used theirs because it's their own. Like, for example, lipsticks, like, they bring their own lipsticks that they're going to be using for the rest of the night. I'll apply from their lipstick, things like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely disposable all the way.
Yeah.
All the way. Alright, so this is a fun question. I really like this question. So this question is from M.A.C. She asks, what's the best long-lasting smudge-free lipstick brand? Or what lipstick recommendation would I suggest for a wedding day makeup that will last? With lipstick, can I just say, it's really quite personal. Like, one person might really like one brand and, like, they ride or die. Like, don't even say nothing to this person but their favorite lipstick that you yourself might absolutely detest.
Yeah.
So it is very personal. So I'm gonna answer this question based on my experience as opposed to what I use on clients. Because what I use on clients tends to be what they brought with them, because I like them to use the lipstick that they're going to be wearing for the rest of the night occasions. Exactly. So, and they already know what they like and things like that. So, in my experience, I feel like one of the best lipsticks would have to be Pat McGrath Labs lipsticks. I know they're $60 a pop, but when you apply them, they do not budge and they are so comfortable. I mean, they come off, they wear off as per normal, but they last a really long time and they're such beautiful shades. Dark skin friendly, so you will find something for you. And they just glide on beautifully. And then my other favorite one would have to be the lipstick, the Huda Beauty lipstick bullets. So comfortable, very, very mint. What other ones? Oh, Hourglass.
Yeah.
Okay, the Hourglass lipsticks, and they've got a duo special at the moment for Christmas holiday. If you want to try Hourglass lipsticks, I suggest you pick up the duo. You will not regret it. Just such opaque colour.
Yeah. And
the perfect amount of gloss to satin it's just perfection. I really like the Hourglass ones.
How much are they?
I think it's $50 for one, and they're doing two for like $55, $56 for Christmas, like for holiday. That's why I suggest if you want to try it, you get like a nude and a red.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
That's pretty real. You don't need 20 different shades.
You don't need orange. Nah, you don't need green. Come on now.
Unless you're on this look.
Unless you're wearing this look, yeah. And then green.
Christmas.
Green could work. Yeah. What are your favourites?
Yeah, I agree with Hourglass. Personally, I haven't used Pat McGrath or Huda Beauty yet. But yeah, I love the Hourglass. I have a red, it's an actual lip stain.
Oh, yeah.
And it stains your lips.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're wearing red lips all night, you want it to stain and you don't have to reapply at all. I like the Colourpop liquid lipsticks to last, but they are a little bit drying, so like
the ultra glossy lip? No, the ultra matte lip.
Yeah. So Ollie said she applies a lip balm first, and then applies the
so much more comfortable
liquid lipstick over the top.
Takes longer for it to dry down, but it's a lot more comfortable on the lips, and it doesn't settle into fine lines when you have that barrier there. So that's my little trick with that one. They don't budge.
They're on there. Yeah. And you struggle to get it off.
You do.
Yeah.
Exfoliate like hell.
Yeah.
If you're going to be wearing the ultra matte lip from Colourpop.
Yeah.
Because it will show every single ripple.
Yeah.
Trust.
I don't know. I haven't really used any of the other ones, but yeah, I liked Colourpop just because they last forever. But honestly, I would go Hourglass if you do have the budget for it. But Colourpop is good because
really
it's
affordable.
I think they're $12.
Oh, another good one. Sephora brand.
Yes.
Sephora brand are like $16, something like that. Really, really inexpensive. They're the liquid lipsticks, which last longer than lipsticks.
Yeah.
And they are comfortable, more comfortable, I would say, than Colourpop. But Colourpop has the longer staying power. But the Sephora brand ones are phenomenal as well. They're pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an excellent question.
Yes.
So this question is from Leah Wells. This one is, she wants to know about creasing under the eyes. She says YouTubers put like 10 layers, but whenever she puts on concealer, she can't handle too much because when she tries to set it, it looks crusty. So what do you do with concealer under the eyes?
So yeah, I think less is more. So
Yes.
the less you use under your eyes, the easier it's going to be to set that, and the less product you have in your creases, then the less your wrinkles are going to show up.
Yeah.
I feel like using a brush sometimes is better to get in the little nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
So I go in with a brush, and then I just dab the excess with my beauty blender, and then I set straight away. Tip is look up so they're nice and flat and you don't have your wrinkles like creasing, obviously, and set with your powder straight away. I use a translucent powder, so a loose powder. I wouldn't recommend using like a
pressed powder. Yeah.
You want a loose powder so it gets nice and in there. You can use a beauty blender, but I just use a Real Techniques brush.
Yeah.
Just push it in.
Yeah. Pressing motions.
Let it sit there for a little bit and then flick away, and it should be fine.
Yeah.
I feel like, I just feel like less is more. Like the less product you use, the less you're gonna see the product.
She's right. No, that's even like going with a brush and then taking off the excess product with a sponge afterwards, because you, like I said, less is more. And honestly, when you put down the first layer with the brush and then you kind of dab the excess or blend a bit more with a sponge, and you can still see some like darkness coming through, that's when you put a second layer on and then work that in and then dab the off, and just work in layers. And set straight away, and don't use pressed powder. Pressed powder looks terrible under the eye, in my opinion. I only use pressed powder, honestly, after I have set with loose powder. And then
coverage.
For more coverage and also for brightening. That's the only time I use a pressed powder, and I like to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette. So she's got a light, medium, and a dark. I've got the light and the dark because I can mix shades if I need for medium tones. But yeah, I would then use that to like just right underneath where the folds are to give it some brightness. That's the only time I use pressed powder, but I would use loose powder to set every time. It just gives it like a blurred kind of flawless effect. So
it's what it's made for.
Literally use the smallest amount and then build. Yeah, totally agree. Okay, so this next question to do with skin. This is from BPG79. She's asking, older people's skin, top tips for not making eye bags and lines look worse.
So pretty much what we just talked about. So
Same
less
applies.
is more.
Yeah.
I feel like for older people, or when you're trying to get into creases, I definitely think brushes and high quality brushes are gonna be your best friend.
Yeah.
I have tried with beauty blenders, it don't get in there.
It doesn't get in there.
No.
You'd have to be like literally beating them.
My mum's like, stop bashing.
Yeah, like, I totally agree. You just can't. You can't with a beauty blender.
Like you just need bristles.
You need bristles
to get into those wrinkles.
And circular motions,
Yeah.
not the dabbing one.
Yeah.
Circular. Work it into the skin.
Yeah.
And work in sections as well, I would say. Work in sections and use only a little bit of product at a time. And I actually like to swirl on the back of my brush to get the excess off, like on the back of my hand, before then going in on the face and then going back onto my hand and going back into the face, just to build where I need coverage.
Yeah, less is more.
Less is more, and work it in. Oh, another thing is, if you've got fine lines in certain areas, pore filling primers are actually really good for those areas. I would go in with like a pore filling primer, like what's a good one? Porefessional. Thank you. I remember what it was called.
Yeah.
Benefit Porefessional is less is more with that too. Like use the tiniest amount and press into the skin. Don't rub because it will start to peel.
Yeah.
Press it into the skin and spot treat. Don't like put it everywhere. It's not made for that. It's made for targeted areas.
Less less foundation and less powder.
Yeah.
The more powder you put on, the more it brings out your creases and your wrinkles, I guess. Yeah, so the less you use and the more you work it in, the more natural it's going to look and the more it's going to sit nicely on an older person's face.
I mean, you're not going to get rid of every single line. I mean, unless you get Botox, like...
You gotta be realistic.
Exactly. Like, don't... Like, Instagram's a lie. Okay? It's lying to you.
It's false advertising.
Literally, it is the biggest scam in the history of the world.
The biggest catfish of all.
The biggest. So... just remember that, you know, your skin is your skin and makeup can enhance it, but there's only so much makeup can do. The rest is editing.
Yep.
For real. So just edit.
And Botox.
There's your answer. I'm kidding. Totally kidding.
Go get some injections.
Right. Don't do that. Don't inject. But yeah, no, honestly, yeah, those are good tips. Just fill in the lines where you can and use less. Less is more. Yeah. Try use high coverage but less product, if that makes sense, because you're making the most out of the product itself. A good high coverage foundation, I like, that's lightweight. I like Double Wear.
Estee Lauder?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say
Yeah. Yeah.
I love
Double
Estee
Wear.
Lauder. Oh my god. This brush here is called Idole, and it's like a buffing brush.
Nice.
But it's really soft, and I just literally just swirl like that, and they're so, like, it was just so nice. I normally struggle with old people because I used to use this beauty blenders. Since I've been using that brush, it has just made a difference. Yeah, I think a brush, less is more, really does make a difference.
It does. And I think this is the last question. This is a goodie. I think we got a good one for last. This is like right up my alley.
Yes.
Okay, so this question is from my cousin, actually. So she's asked me, she finds it difficult to mix eyeshadow shades, like blending wise, and are there any tips that we can give her to help get a better blend? There's two things. I'll say one and you say the other because I know what one you like the most. For me, blending is all about understanding color theory. You need to understand how one color leads into the next. So when you're thinking of an eye look or where you're taking the look, you gotta actually kind of be really thoughtful and like to say precise, like deliberate with your actions in terms of from going from one color to next in terms of creating a gradient. So if you're wanting to go, like, say for example, a sunset look. So sunset looks have yellow, orange, red, purple, and then like a deep blue, like a deep blue as well, or a deep plum. You need to understand that to get from yellow to plum, you're gonna need a red and an orange in between those two shades to get that gradient. So when you're blending shades together, if this applies also to shimmer shades, you can't just go from one shimmer shade to the next. You need a color in between that's gonna blend the two together. So when you
can't go from pink to blue, you need a pink, purple, blue.
Yes.
To blend it
through. To blend it through, to create that gradient. So when you're thinking about blending shades together or blending shadows together, have a think about the colors that you're going to be using. Get a color wheel from your craft store. I actually did this, and this really helped me a lot when I was trying to think of like eye looks to create. Get a color wheel, because the color wheel will tell you what the complementary colors are and what the colors are that contrast each other. So, and it will show you the gradients as well. And that will help you kind of when you're putting looks together as well.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like another factor for blending is the quality of the eyeshadow that you're using. I started with cheap with cheap shit from Kmart.
Take it back. Kmart is trash. I'm sorry, but
for makeup,
the worst. Please don't do it.
Go to M.A.C. M.A.C. is cheap and has good quality stuff.
So good.
But
designer brands. Seriously, like I'm not even.
Designer brands sponsor me.
I'm not just saying it. I'm not just saying that though. No, designer seriously. Brands.
It's cheap, but it's quality.
Hella quality. Like seriously, get good quality shadows.
Yeah, it's just the blendability, depending on how much you spend on your eyeshadow, it makes a difference. Like, I was a professional makeup artist the second I bought a palette that was over $50.
Yeah.
Like, you whack it on, you put another shade on, you do this with your brush, and you're done. Like,
it does make a difference.
I struggled so bad. I was like, why can I not blend? Why is it patchy? Why is it grabbing? Yeah, I just think the quality has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. Another good, I think, factor to remember with blending is also what base you're using. Like, are you just, because shadows aren't actually made to blend on dry skin.
Yeah.
So putting down like a P. Louise base, which we're both using, like we both use on our eyes today, and you know, having it dry down a little bit, but it's a little bit tacky. That, and then packing on the shade, that will give you a lot of color payoff. And the brushes. Yeah. The brushes that you're using.
Yeah, that made a huge difference for me as well.
Yeah. And something as simple as the size of the brush too. Like if you've got small lids and you're using a big brush, you're going to get no control and it's just going to be too blown out. Whereas if you're using a smaller detailed brush, you're going to get more precision and you're going to find it easier to blend as well. Yeah, so there's a lot of factors. Yeah. And honestly, experimenting, because sometimes you don't know until you use different types of brushes with the shadow and you see that this one works a lot better than the other. This is where I say it's a really good idea to actually film yourself when you're practicing, because you can go back and look at what you've actually done, how you've done it. Yeah. It's a really good learning tool. Yeah. And I mean, I would know, I'm a YouTuber. Like,
you would watch yourself so much.
Right? And like I've noticed things just by watching how I've done something, like, why did I not blend that section?
Yeah.
Like I'm editing and I'm like, really? Like, why is that not blended? Yeah. Or like, that color does not look right. Like, that looks ashy. I'm gonna not use that palette ever again. Like, things like that.
Throw it away.
Yes. Yeah. Take photos of your looks. And a lot of people don't take photos because they're shy. No one's gonna see them.
No.
But it helps to see what's actually going on from like an objective way. Like, because you know, you're self-reflecting. Looking at a picture is a lot easier to do that than like looking in a mirror. Like, yeah, so you can see it from other perspective and what the light's picking up as well. So take photos. That will help, you know, as you're learning as well. But there's some really good tips in there.
Yeah
Don't say I don't do nothing for you. Okay?
Don't say we don't help you.
Exactly. I don't want to hear nothing. That was our last question. Wow, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you comment down below if you have any other tips and tricks of anything that we have discussed, because I'm sure, you know, there's just two of us, there's many ways to do one thing. So we'd be happy to hear what you guys have to say.
Or if you have any other questions.
Any other questions or any other contradictions, because you know, you might not agree with anything we said, which is completely fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you guys really soon. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment.
Comment those questions.
You know it helps me. We've discussed this before. Do it. Alright guys, I love you all. I will see you in the next video. Bye. And you're at
try again.
Alright guys, so my name's Aliesha. No, it's not. My name's Olympia. What the heck? I need food. That's the problem, okay? I need to eat. I need a Mars bar. I need a Snickers. I need a Bounty. Like, yo, let's try that again. Sorry, no, I put up a question for you guys. No, what did I do? I asked you guys to ask us questions. There we go. I knew I was trying to say something. Where's my pen? Where is she? Oh, I've got chocolate.
Perfect.
I forgot that was up there.
Whoa, it's a full circle.
Oh yeah, this thing's the best.
That is awesome.
Yes, get in there.
Oh, that's good.
Get in there. I just need to cool down. It's just too hot.
Oh, my eyelashes gonna fall out.
Oh my bad. Are they still okay?
Yep. They're hanging on.
Who's working? Alright, let's try it again. Alright guys, welcome back to Outtakes by Olympia. My name's Olympia and this is Aliesha. And we are at, no we're not. No.
We're not anywhere.
We're not anywhere. Oh wow.
What's your...
I don't know. I think I'm just really hungry. Wow, that was Struggle Town.